Hey, what up guys, this is Due Diligence here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the notorious Evergrande China's collapse, or quote-unquote Chinese Evergrande collapse. We're gonna put the index fund bubble aside and not really talk about it for now. We're gonna talk about it in another video. A lot of people are saying that the index bubble is gonna pop, and Dr. Michael Burry certainly believes that. This is what we see in the Searching F disclosure. It seems like he does have some really interesting things to say about the index fund. And, if there's a negative catalyst coming in, and maybe there's going to be a huge index fund crash, but I don't really see it coming very, very soon. All right, let's go back to today's main topic, Evergrande Group, right? In Chinese, it's called Henda Jituan. It's one of the biggest real estate development firms. Guys, again, let's rephrase this. This is not one of the biggest real estate holding firms. It's one of the biggest real estate development firms, okay? And what most Twitter and everybody don't really know about China and China Evergrande is they don't understand that there's a huge policy change in the real estate development that cycle. Or let me just put it in a very simple word. And in Patreon, I'll post another video very in detail what really happened in the policy change in China regarding real estate development. Basically, how it works is you're a developer and you need loans from the banks to sort of you need to loan the bank, so you need to you need to get a loan from the bank, right? And the bank give back to the loan, and you sort of use that loan to develop a property, and then using that property you can sort of leverage the value of that property and apply for a secondary loan from the bank, and then coming back, and you sort of have a cyclical thing, right? And then what happens is in the development cycle, the Chinese government actually issued a new legislature, sort of published on 2018, and then it takes in effect in 2019, and it sort of will cut in half the profit that you would. Yeah, if you put it gently, and if you put it sort of broadly or simplify the entire process. Basically, if you can make $1 billion sort of using leveraging data and option combined before in real estate development, you probably can only make $500 million now, and then have a huge sort of legislature ceiling for how much money you can make and how much money you can take on debt and how much money you can leverage. So basically, by deregulating, so the entire Chinese market went through the deregulation circle on the stock market, in terms of stock and option market or the futures market or whatever, but it also went into a heavy regulation period of time for real estate market. So this is only a reaction to the 2018 and 2019 sort of real estate development correction, and sort of the 2020 COVID-19 crisis actually masked this entire sort of pullback that is supposed to happen, right? And if you go back and look at how much this company's actual stock price actually plummeted, let's look at this. Sorry, everything is Chinese because I read Chinese. I mean, technically I'm trilingual, but it doesn't matter. If you look at what really happened yesterday, it pulled down back to it's just ridiculous. Pull back down to about $1, dude. No, about $2. If you really think this company worth $2, same thing with TEDU, EDU, Xingdongfang, new whatever. I don't actually remember the English name of it, but the Chinese name of EDU is basically Xingdongfang, and GOTU same thing, TEDU same thing, right? All of those going through this rapid business transition period of time, and for Zhongguo Henda, which is Evergrande, really I don't see it going under $2. If I have an account in the Hengsheng market or in the Hong Kong market, I'll probably start buying this, right? The book value of this company literally worth about $10 billion, maybe more than that. like literally they own automobile company, right? This automobile company is going to EV. They own a bunch of you know, all of these management, like real estate management firms. These are not going to go away, and those are one of the biggest or greatest investment you can ever make in China, because the real estate bubble is not going to pop in the next 5 years. Because if the real estate bubble pop in China, then the entire Chinese economy is going to collapse, and then the entire Asian economy is going to collapse, because a lot of Asian countries actually leverage a lot of debt from China or to China, or you know, buying Chinese debt, Chinese bonds and treasury notes. And you know, with the entire agenda of trying to internationalize RMB, especially when they sort of squash the entire Bitcoin position in China, a lot of money actually are flowing into the traditional real estate, especially in like second tier cities or third tier cities. And then, you know, Evergrande actually start developing a lot of those places, just because right now, how you know, real estate development companies cannot really leverage that much debt. This is why they're sort of, the media is saying, you know, it's gonna go bankrupt, but really, it's like not gonna happen, guys. In general, it's just not gonna happen. It's just really too big to fail. And also, like, the Chinese government also, like, think about it, right? If you're the Chinese government, you see one of your biggest real estate development firm is on the verge of bankruptcy, and what they really need to do is they just need some money to circulate. If you just give them a little bit of money, or start buying their stocks at $2, if the government start buying the stock at $2, then this should be fine. I mean, again, you even see a huge, like, you know, volume increase by the end of market end. And today, if you just buy it at $2, you already have a 10% increase. Like, honestly speaking, if you are someone who actively invests in the Chinese market, then this is actually one of the biggest investment opportunity, right? And if you can, you know, on our channel, right now we cannot invest in this stock, but if we can, our soft target for this stock is about $5, and our soft by the end of the year projection for this stock is around $10. I think it's really gonna go back up to $10, and I don't really think this is so like, it's traded at such a discount. If you just add up all the real estate ownings, it's gonna be twice or three times amount this money, really. It's just, yeah, not yet. And a lot of, you know, Chinese media are talking about, like, there's gonna be a 20% correction on the Nasdaq. There's been like a 50% correction on the Nasdaq. Too early, guys. Way too early. Evergrande crisis or collapse. Too early. Way too early right now. And this is just a delayed effect from the legislation change from the late 2019, and COVID just masked that. And then it's probably just gonna have a 50% correction from its all-time high or whatever. You know, the all-time high is like $20, so $10 it's already enough, guys. $3 buying points, dude. Buying points. If I can, I'm probably gonna buy like 10,000 shares of this just for shits and giggles, really. Too bad we cannot really buy it in the US market. OTC market, you guys can, though. It's fairly super cheap right now. So yeah, this is my report on Evergrande. I honestly think that the entire market is going on its overreaction train again. VIX spikes way too much. People are just overreacting, panicking. Honestly, don't really worry about it. I honestly even think it's gonna be a pullback by the end of the market close. So don't worry about it. So you guys on the upside, I honestly think there's nothing really to worry about, and I think this somewhat good correction of 2%, cumulative 4 to 6% correction is really good for the longevity of the market, and it's sort of give it, you know, the FMOC meeting later this week, sort of like a setting tone. And if the meeting is not going to be that bad, the press conference is not going to be that bad, we're going to see another bull run, really. It's really too early to say the market is tipping toward the bearish side. It's way too early, guys. You really think the tech bubble is gonna bloody burst mid-September 2021? Think again, right? just don't worry, okay? If you guys can buy this, self-buying point. Again, we're not financial advisors. We do not give financial advice, right? Everything we say on this channel is for shits and giggles. But if we have the opportunity and the option to buy into the stock, we're probably going to buy a bunch of $2.5 options, $2 options, and a bunch of shares, just holding it. And then wait until I have a big pull up and start selling cover calls. Honestly, so cheap right now. See you guys on the upside.